All right. I have Dr. Sheila Leroy here, who was a consultant on the project. She, you know, when working with mental health, there's so many levels to it, and as someone who is in the mental health field, as someone who's educated, she's a doctor in, you know, her field, and she also, you know, as many other people do, see their own therapist. So in finding out, researching the film, I had to speak with someone who knew what they were doing. So I spoke with Dr. Sheila Leroy, who I'm gonna allow Jeannie Leah Morgan and Dr. Sheila Leroy to say something. We don't have much time. Would you like to come up and join us, please? And I think I can take like 2 questions. If anybody has a question, I can take 2, maybe 3 real quick ones, because we want to respect the people outside. Anybody have a question? Yes.
What was the concept?
When you shelter in place and drink a lot of brown juice, you write shit, and you know that's what it was. So I called on some of my friends, and we just got together and we made a movie, and that's what we did. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? No? All right, I'm gonna first pass the mic to my wife, Jeannie Leah Morgan. Please give her a round of applause.
Yes, I just want to say thank you all for being here with us and waiting patiently. This was my first time to really see it on the big screen too, so I was experiencing all of it with you all. And just a little fun fact I want them to know.
I don't know what this is.
Yes, this is, yes.
Wow, he's doing shit.
Yes. So, all of those situations that you all were seeing, can I touch that? Those are all real life situations. Everything in that movie has happened to someone, and he incorporated it into a film. So, yeah.
And it's interesting, so just so you know, films in post-production, films are edited for sound design and surround sound. We have 2 like basement speakers here, so no disrespect, but you don't get the full, you know, it's not the fully immersed version of it, but you know, I'm glad you got to hear what you heard. And the whole concept about, to answer your question, the whole concept about somebody with a bone to pick getting inside the family and trying to dissect the whole family. At one point, when you're in therapy so long, you learn how to flip it and become the therapist at times. She even flipped it on her therapist, and then she started using her therapy methods to infiltrate the family. So that's what that was. And your question? Dun 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 dun. You got some money? Anybody got some money? We can make that. But there's a plan for something. I'm not sure if it's a part 2 or a different movie, but there's a plan for something. And so we spoke about this a lot via Zoom, and these conversations were really heartfelt conversations, because it's not easy. First of all, it's not easy for a man to write. I don't care what anybody says and what you see out there. It's not easy for a man to write a movie with a whole bunch of women characters in it, right? And it's not easy for a man to write a movie with a whole bunch of women characters, and it's kind of a serious movie, right? And you don't want to miss when you're dealing with people's mental health and things of that nature. So I spoke with Dr. Leroy, and I would like her to have a word.
I'm from New York, Queens. Adam and I went to college together at Westbury. So who knew? 25 years later? Like, it's crazy, but it's dope. So yeah, so when he reached out to me, I was thankful, right, and surprised at the same time. But like he said, I've been studying mental health. I've been in the field for 25 plus years. And it just was like, yeah, what do you need? It wasn't even no question, you know, as to me wanting him to win and be dope. So it started out with ideas and conversations, and I've been sober now for 3 years and 6 months. And he knew while he was birthing this film, I was rebirthing myself, right? So I was deep in my abuse when he contacted me. And to see it sober through sober eyes is just amazing. So my takeaway from this film is definitely that secrets make you sick and harms those around you, right? And that's what we saw in this film. And that's my story as well. And anxiety, depression, and alcohol abuse. And so it was therapeutic for me to help him, but it was very real. When I saw the film, I went to Brooklyn to see this film. I was like, damn, he really listened to me, right? Because I saw myself in those images of her, right? Self-sabotaging, right? So I'm so proud of you, and I thank you, and I God bless you, and know that there is another side, right? And that there is definitely freedom on the other side of whatever you are dealing and healing from, right? So thank you.
Yeah, and listening to her, there's a lot that's going on. Like, so I'm not gonna break it down all the way, but there are moments when, like